Um, this week's poem is called Borth. Borth. I was looking back over last week's episode, and I got an idea, and I was advertising pubs and leaning on a bar since 1952, and I had a twinkling of an idea, and I looked back over previous episodes, and I think that some of you, people who do not know me personally, might think possibly that I have probably have an alcohol problem. Now I want to set the record straight, alright? Anybody who knows me personally would never for a split second think that I probably have an alcohol problem, okay? Hang on, I heard that. Let's paraphrase my mate Arthur, who said, no, there isn't a problem. There's lots of it about. Borth. No. Borth is a little seaside settlement a little bit a few miles north of Aberystwyth. Due to its direct rail links, it's also called Birmingham-on-Sea. It's sea, beach, and a sand and pebble bar, and then this low-lying floodplain flatland. In Welsh they call it a morva. On this little single bank there's a row of houses, a road, another row of houses, and a railway line, and they're all clinging on to a grim life. It's a bit of a marmite of a place. Some people find it desperately romantic, other people find it desperately depressing. And in the middle of a storm, on a high tide, with a full moon and the wind blowing in the wrong direction, desperate is a word we're going to stick with. For instance, there's a terrace of houses on the seaward side, and they're all built exactly the same. You open the front door and there's a hallway. Wow. That hallway goes straight through the house to the back door. And it's designed like a storm drain. And in the storm, they open the front door, they open the back door. They don't fight it here, but they accommodate it. A man who did me the great compliment of calling me his friend lived in Borth. His name was Ron Worsdale. He was a poet. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't some smart-ass wordsmith like me. This man was a proper poet, a real poet. He dedicated his lifetime to literature. This was a serious man. And he said to me that he had tried on several occasions to encapsulate Borth on paper and failed. And he says, now look at you. He says, and you paid me the very, very great compliment of saying, you've nailed it in one. Not something I'll ever forget from that man. In Ron's defence, he was attempting to encapsulate Borth in all its desperate natures onto paper. I had great help. I only tried to encapsulate a moment in time. That moment in time was spring 1986. I was also very greatly helped by the fact that 2 weeks before I wrote this, there was a wee incident over in the Ukraine at a tiny place called Chernobyl. And 2 weeks after Chernobyl, this didn't look too bad, to be honest. Ron Worsdale died of cancer. Sand drifts over the morva, slowly nullifying, like cancer, as alcohol drifts across the brain, slowly nullifying. but I forget the answer. Mali has cabbages organically grown in radioactive dust and acid rain. And I stand on top of a sewage pipe looking out to sea again across this vast vat of waste, slowly polluting like cancer. And a question opening Windscale to the public. But I forget the answer. Borth lies on the soft underbelly of Wales, Cardigan Bay, and you can get there with British Rail on an economy away day, as advertised on telly.